Hello, fellow trucking friends. Making Maria, independent Chalk Couture designer. Hello, give me one memento and I shall be with you. Just getting all set up here. Hello, hello, happy Sunday night. Not seeing anybody yet. Nor am I seeing me. Maybe you guys can't see me yet. That would be my guess, because I can't. Ooh, there I am. All right, hello. Happy Sunday night, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Cheryl. Welcome to Chalkin' Time. It's time for a little therapy. Hey, Carol. Welcome. Welcome to Sunday Night Chalkin'. Hi, I'm Making Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer, and we have two, not one, but two beautiful projects for this evening. I need to get ready because I'm teaching a class tomorrow morning. Oh, you know, not that I'm under the weather here a little bit. Not under the weather, but under the gun. That's what I meant. Not that I'm not under the gun here because class is tomorrow morning, but I was starting to pack up and realizing, don't really have a lot of examples to show people on Canvas because Canvas is really popular and I tend to sell those signs pretty fast. Hey Cheryl, thank you so much for sharing my video. I greatly appreciate that. Debbie thought I wasn't going to be on until tomorrow, but surprise! Here I am. No, I knew I was going to be. We actually came back today from the family reunion. We were gone all weekend. It was lovely. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you people, I totally lucked out in the in-law department. I have amazing in-laws. Hey Kim, welcome, welcome. Missed y'all last week. Well, we did miss you, Kim, last week. So, we're chalking on white canvas this evening with an amazing product called Chalk Couture. Love it, love it, love it. It is my friend. Oh my gosh, I could chalk all day, and I have not had chalk in my hands since Thursday. So I have been missing it. So let's talk about what the heck Chalk Couture is. We are a company that is chalking the halls, walls, accents, and accessories of homes across America. We were created to be designed, loved, and repeated for every season and any reason. We bring very easy, high-end DIY home decor directly to you, and we do that by offering adhesive silk screen transfers, Chalkology paste, which is a semi-permanent, Couture ink, which is permanent when heat set, surfaces that you can chalk on, accessories to make it super easy, because it is super easy, no stress crafting. Ryan is bummed that there's no live sale tonight. Cassidy, you just tell Mr. Ryan, don't you worry, we can spend his money. We don't need a live sale to spend his money. But no, actually, you tell him it's your money. You work hard. Yeah, you work just as hard as he does. Okay, so we have two quick and easy little projects that we are making this evening, both of which are transfers I have never done before. So I always feel that I should not go to a class and teach a transfer unless I've actually done the transfer. I learned that lesson the hard way. I went to a class one time with a transfer that I thought was going to be super easy, and yeah, not so much for first-time chalkers, so I learned very quickly. Do the transfer before you take it to a class. So we're going to whip this one out super fast because when you're a first-time chalker, I tend to not pick overly complicated transfers and prefer one color transfers because as a first-time chalker, you know, you got to learn about speed and chalk drying and all those good things. So this is a first-time class that I'm teaching tomorrow. And this is a really fun transfer. It's called Meet Me in Paris, and it kind of goes with, there's a whole Parisian theme of transfers out there. And we were actually talking about Paris this evening at the dinner table with my children, and my daughter looked at me and she's like, "You've been to Paris?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, it was a whole lifetime ago, like before any of my children were born, but yeah. So it's kind of funny. Hey, Linda. So ironically, we were doing a transfer this evening on Paris. We were talking about food. I'll get to that story, don't worry, because it's a funny story as I'm dropping things. All right, so this transfer is called Meet Me in Paris. It has a beautiful Eiffel Tower. It says, Paris is always a good idea. It has a postmark It has some very nice fonts to it. And this is a quick and easy one, I'm assuming. We're about to find out. So, when you are going to use an adhesive silkscreen transfer from Chalk Couture, the very first thing that you're going to do is take it out of its package. Now, it comes in this very nice little package with directions, step-by-step instructions right on the back of it. So if you forget, okay, what the heck did she say I was supposed to do? It's all written out right on the back for you. When you go to open up your plastic, it has a flap. Don't just cut it open, right? It has one of these sticky little flap things. You pull your flap open and you pull your transfer out. You do that because this is a very nice way to store your transfers. You just slide it right back in here when you're done. Then you stay with your instructions so that you know how to do it. You remember the name of the transfer. So this is a very nice way to store it. So don't just cut it open or rip it open. You want to save this. Once you take it out, the first thing you do is you flip your transfer over and you write the name of the transfer on the back. So I'm going to write Meet Me in Paris with a Sharpie or some form of permanent marker. We do that for 2 reasons, and I know you all know the reasons, my regular watchers, because you watch me and I say this multiple times every day. We do that for 2 reasons. Number 1 is it tells us on the transfer paper which side is the back and which side is the part you want to put your transfer back on. The other thing that it does is it tells us which transfer goes on which backer, because when you get to transfers that have lots of pieces and you start cutting them out, it's just much easier to put them away when you know, oh, this was the flower, this was the arrow, this was the doohickey, whatever it happens to be. It just makes them easier to store them. So you lay your transfer face down and you pull your backer sheet off. So it's very similar to like a sticker when you were a kid. You take your backer sheet, you set it aside, okay, because you're going to need that when it's clean. Now you have a very sticky silk screen in front of you. See? Sticks to you, sticks to everything. Do not stick it to itself. That's bad. It can hurt your transfer terribly. So try very hard not to stick the back of it to itself because it's super sticky, and when you go to pull it apart, you risk pulling it apart and ruining your transfer. So now that you have your transfer off of the backer sheet, the very next thing you're going to do is fuzz your transfer. Fuzzing is a fancy term for putting some lint on the stick to make it a little less sticky. That's all it does, is it just softens the adhesive a little bit so it's not super sticky. It doesn't hurt your transfer because when you wash your transfer, you rub the back of your transfer with your fingers and all that stickiness comes right off, or the fuzzy stuff comes right off in your water bath. So it's actually good for your adhesive. People have that, it's counterintuitive, right? Why would you put fuzz on a sticker or sticky something? Because it's going to make it not sticky. That's true, which is what we're trying to do, is make it not as sticky. However, it comes off in the water, so it doesn't hurt your transfer. So I'm going to take my transfer and I'm going to apply it to a towel. Now you can apply it to all kinds of different things. You can apply it to a towel, your t-shirt, your bathrobe, anything that you have handy that was going to have some lint to it. Blue jeans, really anything, but just preferably with lint. A microfiber towel doesn't necessarily have lint to it because that's the whole point of a microfiber towel. So you don't want to do that, but something that would have lint. And you just do it a couple times and you'll feel your transfer is not as sticky as it was before that you did that. So now you're going to eyeball and line up your transfer where you want it. Lots of people measure. There's nothing wrong with measuring. If you need to measure it, you just go right ahead and pull that ruler out and measure away. I am not a measurer. I'm an eyeballer. Always have been. Drives my husband insane. Don't even talk to me about every time we have to hang pictures in my house. He's got the levels and the tape measure, and I'm just pounding holes. It's very entertaining when we do home improvement projects together. It's just, no way is right or wrong. They're just different approaches. That's what I tell them all the time. Okay, so I'm going to take my transfer down and I'm just going to rub it out. Now I'm rubbing out all of my air because I don't want any air bubbles in my transfer. And this particular transfer, when you look at your Eiffel Tower, it has all that beautiful detail. The green is what you need to stick. So you just push your finger along it so that it sticks down. And this is really going to be a very simple transfer. We're doing it in 2 colors. We're doing it in Raspberry Sorbet, which is a very fun, matches my sweater color. It's a very fun raspberry, and black. We're just doing it in 2 quick colors. Ooh, and our black needs a drink. Oh my goodness, he needs a drink. So when you open up your chalk paste, you're going to notice it's chalk and it's paste, right? So you stir them. Now this one, you can tell right away. As I'm stirring it, he's resisting me, right? So he needs a drink. And all you do is take a water bottle and you just spray a little tiny bit of water in there and stir away. And he'll loosen right up. It's just chalk. You need to get it wet so that it rehydrates itself. That is what makes our chalk paste semi-permanent, because when it's dry, it's hard and it's not going to go anywhere. But if you want it to, you can rehydrate it with water and wash it off. So it's not chalk like your kids' chalk. It's a chalk paste, and it's not paint. It's just fun. Okay, so we've got our raspberry all ready to go, and now I'm going to start with our black velvet. And stir him up. He actually looked drier than he really is, so as I stir him, he loosens right up. And sometimes you should just give him a quick stir before you add the water, because you don't always need to add the water. Sometimes they just need to stir. Hello, Jane. Loved seeing you and your family this weekend. Oh, so thanks for all your chalking info. Well, you're welcome, Jane. Jane was at our family reunion this weekend, all the way from Indiana, but almost Ohio, right, Jane? I thought I heard you say that last night, that it's almost Ohio. All right, so I'm, again, just kind of doing a quick little rub down, making sure I'm going to get all this beautiful detail. Now, this transfer has some natural distressing right in it, so it's not going to be perfect, and it's not made to look perfect. It's meant to have that little, you know, distressed look to it. So I think what we're going to do, so I think we're going to do our top half in black and our Meet Me in Paris in raspberry. That was my goal. Our other thought is we could do our Eiffel Tower in raspberry and Meet Me in Paris in black. But I really think the Eiffel Tower should be black, because it's Meet Me in Paris that you want to, you know, accentuate. Because, you know, it could be a wild weekend of romance in a foreign country, right? And you're, maybe that's where Cheryl Robin is, you know, if she's protecting our country in her CIA agent job. Maybe she's in Paris this weekend. Poor Cheryl Robin. Okay, I'm digressing. So I have a squeegee, and this is how I'm going to apply my chalk paste. And when you look at your squeegee, and this one's dirty, it has an angle to it. This is the front of your squeegee. The straight is the back. When you hold your squeegee, I hold it with my fingers almost all the way down. I don't hold it with my fingers up here. And the reason that I do that, it'll be easier for you to see closer, is when I go to squeegee, my squeegee has give to it. I want to stop that give, okay? I like a firm squeegee. I don't like, you know, it's like a handshake, right? You don't want a loosey-goosey, fishy handshake. You want a firm handshake. Same thing with your squeegee. So I put my fingers down towards the bottom of my squeegee. If you hold your squeegee up here, you're going to get that looseness to it. And that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. My personal preference is to hold it this way and put my fingers all the way down. So, and I can feel as I'm putting my hand over my transfer, I have lint underneath my transfer. So there was something in my towel. And that's okay. Just get it out. It only hurts, or doesn't necessarily hurt, but it only makes a difference if it's actually in your silk screen. If it's just in your green part, you're not worried about that. The silk screen is where you're going to end up with a design. So I'm going to start with our black. I've got my squeegee all ready. Before you ever apply paste to your project, you have your chalk open, stirred, and ready to go. You have thought through in your mind, this is the color I'm putting where, because chalk paste dries very fast. And if it dries on your transfer, when you go to pull your transfer up, it's going to take the chalk with it. So you want to have everything ready to go so that you're not, oh, I'm going to do this, and then la, 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 and oh, I better do this. No, no. Once you start putting chalk on, focus like a laser beam on chalk, okay? because you don't want your chalk too dry. So I'm going to take my chalk, I'm going to dip it in, I'm going to just dip and go. So I'm loading up my squeegee with chalk paste, and I'm going to hold it down and go straight down, just like that. You can go in any direction, it does not matter what direction you go in. The key is to just cover your silk screen, not have too many lines, and if you have lines, you smooth them out because you will see them. You can move your project around to have it at whatever angle suits your, personal preference. I take all that excess paste, I put it right back in my chalk container because I don't want to waste it. And then I set my squeegee down. Now I'm going to pick up another squeegee, or I would wash that squeegee off. But washing that squeegee off takes time, and while that takes time, my chalk paste is drying. So if you're going to wash off, again, I'm holding my squeegee straight up with my fingers down towards the bottom, and I'm going straight across. If you're going to reuse the same squeegee because maybe you only have one so far, then just make sure you have your wet cloth or whatever it is you're going to wipe your squeegee off with ready, just like you have your chalk paste ready. Okay? I'm done. So I check my fingers because I don't want to touch my white canvas with chalk paste on them. I'm going to start my canvas in the corner, okay? But I don't pull it diagonally. I pull it straight, okay? So I get it going, and then I pull it from the middle. I hold my canvas down because it's stuck. And I carefully pull my transfer off. Now, when you pull your transfer, pull straight up and down. Try not to pull at an angle like that. Ooh, this is pretty. Ooh la la. Okay, so now I take my transfer and I stick it right in my water bath, which is next to me. And that starts just getting it wet. Once it's wet, it's no longer sticky. Oh, this is cute. Oh my. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. So voila, we have Paris. This is super cute. So what I do next, you don't have to do, but I do it because I'm going to move it around now. I just give it a quick dry with, you would just use a regular hair dryer. You don't need heat, you just need air. Just give it a quick little dry. That way I won't smear it or stick my finger in it. And then I am ready to frame it. Sorry. And voila. Oops, not in there. There we go. Meet me in Paris. It's a beautiful transfer. Love that Eiffel Tower. Holy cow. Okay, so voila. Our first project is all done. Ready to go on the wall. So I'm going to set that one aside. And we're going to work on our second one. In our second project, we are going to do a technique called Hot Mess. Hello, Elizabeth Claire. Hello, Emil. My brother's here. Hello, Emil. I think are you trying to tag Elizabeth Claire, Emil? I think you actually have to type her name and then click on her name if you're trying to tag somebody. Okay, so next we're going to do Absolutely Fabulous, right? Because that's what a Sunday night is. Okay, maybe Friday night's Absolutely Fabulous more than a Sunday night is. Sunday nights are just nice nights. Okay, so I have another one all ready to go. The next one is Absolutely Fabulous, and what we're going to do on this one is we're going to do some hot messing. So if you could do this. I was learning how to do this today. Nope, I gotta go back further. If you could do this, share my video thing. I guess that's not gonna work. If you could share my video, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me tremendously when you do that. Or tag people like my brother is so nicely trying to do, tag his friend Elizabeth. Because then your friends could watch us and they could have just as much fun as we're having. I am Making Maria. I'm an independent Chalk Couture designer. This is an amazing company. I have tons of fun with all of these super cool products, and I make a video almost every night. I usually don't make them on Saturday nights. That's usually the only night I can guarantee you I don't usually make a video. So our next one is Absolutely Fabulous, and what we're going to do is this is a really pretty peacock. This is a very popular transfer that I can Actually, it was kind of hard to believe today that I've not made this one yet. But I've seen some really cool hot messing with the purples and the blues in the tail of our peacock. So I'm pulling out grape soda, which is a purple. We've got raspberry already out. We need a blue, and we're going to go with peacock. There's a blue called peacock. Although there's not really pink in there's green, right? Green, blue, and purple I think I need. I don't need pink. So I'm going to pull out parakeet. So we're going to hot mess these three colors in the tail of our peacock. And then I think, again I'm checking my fingers just to make sure I don't have any chalk on them. I think we'll do our words in the blue. Or should we do the words in our green? What color? Teal? Ooh, teal. Thank you, Cheryl. Teal. Couture teal, Cheryl? Like these guys? Hot mess these guys together? That'd be cool. I love parakeet. Parakeet is a very, very pretty green color. Actually, all of these are good colors. The question is, what color should we do our words? So while you guys, because there's a delay, I'm going to start opening up our pastes and stirring them and getting them ready so that I'm all ready to go again before I start. Now, as you notice, I keep, like kind of wiping off. When I open up my chalk paste, around the edges of my chalk is dried up chalk, and it tends to fall on your project. So be careful, especially if your project is wet. But your chalk paste should already be all open, right? There should be no, ooh, Tide. Carol? Carol, you've been studying the catalog. We have a new color that is Tide. Oh, look at that beautifulness of that bad boy. That is such a pretty color. It's really dark though, but it would be good on our white surface. Ooh, words in blue. Cheryl thinks words in blue. So my frame, I have two different frames. Fabulous in wildberry or yellow. Okay, love the ideas, ladies, but I'm trying to teach this to a first-time group, so I don't want to do too many colors because it just confuses them and it'll dry. So I was kind of thinking wildberry or hot mess for the tail. And then we should probably stick with one of the colors that we do the words with, just so that they're not introducing an additional color that has an opportunity to dry. And I love Tide, but I think it's too dark for what we're trying. Maybe not. Let's open it up. I'm going to move my project because I'm going to open up a brand new. Yeah, black too. Use Tide instead of parakeet. Ooh. Okay, so I'm opening up my chalk paste. They've changed how they open. They used to be such a mess. They've gotten so much better. Oh, this is a beautiful color. Ladies, look at this bad boy. Oh my gosh, he's gorgeous. Okay, we gotta use Tide now, right? Oh, he is so pretty. I should do the words in this color. This is gorgeous. Okay, so it's a real deep teal, I would say. That's so pretty. So maybe purple. These are really close to each other. So maybe we should go aubergine, a darker purple. But I think we need green, right? There's green in there. I gotta get this guy a drink. I think we got it. These are really, so this is Peacock and this is Tide. They're very close to each other. Wouldn't you use that in place of the blue that you picked out, leaving the green in there? Yep, I agree, Cheryl. I think I can take out parakeet, or peacock, I'm sorry. I can take out peacock, which kind of defeats, I mean, its name is Peacock. I'm gonna take out peacock, we're gonna add in Tide, keep the green. I think we're gonna do just these three. What the heck, right? We'll see how it goes. This guy needs a drink too. So when I go to store my paste, I do give them just a little drink of water on top of them, and that helps keep them hydrated. And every once in a while, I open them up if I haven't used them in a while, and I give them another drink. It keeps them from drying out. So our green, our parakeet, he's a little dry, but he's not too bad. So I stir him up. So I don't need to add water to him. He's almost empty. Okay, and then we have our grape soda. Just a very, very pretty purple. I think this one retired though, right? I think grape soda retired. Ah, where's all my new catalogs? Yep, I think grape soda retired. It got replaced with Regal. Let's take a quick look. I'm almost fairly confident. Oh, Iris. It got replaced with Iris, which is another it's basically the same color. Tomorrow, oh my gosh, ladies, new boxes are coming tomorrow. With new stuff in them. I think we'll do the words in this really pretty color, just because we gotta give the new color a try, right? We gotta see how it's gonna go on the white. So we're going to do Absolutely Fabulous. Write our name on the back. Okay, wrote the name on my back. And now I'm going to carefully, so now you're going to see me repeat the same exact process that I just did, except we're going to do a really fun technique. And we're going to make a really cool mixture of colors, which gives, it's a really nice technique for first-time chalkers. Again, I'm carefully pulling my backer sheet off of my transfer and setting it aside. And then I very carefully take my very sticky transfer and put it on the back of a, or am I going to do the body in black? That's a good question, Cheryl. Then I got 4 colors. That's a lot of colors for a newbie. Well, they don't have to necessarily make it the way I'm going to make it, right? I could kind of guide them in the class that 4 colors is too many. Well, wouldn't his body be blue? Okay, so what if we do that? What if we do his body in the blue, the new tide, and then we do the tail in the 3 colors, and then we'll do the words in black? Do the words in black? Think about that idea. And do we think we should get rid of grape soda and replace it with fig? Because grape soda is bright, but so is parakeet. He's kind of, peacocks to me have bright colors in them. I could be wrong. So I'm fuzzing my transfer. Again, just picking up the lint so it makes my transfer not as sticky. And I'm going to place it right on my canvas. Now I prefer to use, oops, now it's crooked. I prefer to use canvases that are just on a board. You can totally do stretched canvases, and most people do stretched canvases. I'm not a fan, personally, of stretched canvases. I prefer them on a board, and then I frame them. If you do a stretched canvas, though, you don't have to frame it. So it does kind of give you that option of not needing the additional frame. His body is actually a very bright blue. Just looked it up. Ooh. So should we go back to Peacock? Because Peacock is definitely a bright blue. So we could throw Peacock back in here, into our little mix. Because they're similar, and they're going to get mixed together anyway. And it is kind of, I mean, the name of the color is Peacock. So it's kind of meant to be a peacock, right? Maybe. Where's all my stir sticks? I need a stir stick. Where did my stir sticks go? Oh, I was packed up for class. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to stir up my peacock. I think we got to do peacock. We have to throw peacock in here. Because, I mean, geez Louise, it's the name of the color, right? Okay, I'm going to move you down a little so you can see better. And thank you all for sharing my, oops, wrong one. Thank you all for sharing my video. I'll give you a better view if I get rid of that. Okay, so I'm pushing out all my air. So if we do his body and peacock, we hot mess this with these colors, And then we can do the words in black. We'll just do the words in black. Okay. So this is how you hot mess. Hot mess is a very, very fun technique. It gives you the opportunity to really mix a lot of different colors together without having the clock ticking away at you as you're trying to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do everything except the hot mess first. So that from a timing standpoint, maybe I don't want to do that. I want to do hot mess first. But I have more likelihood of mixing my colors together if I do it that way. Alright, we're going for it. So what I do in a hot mess is I take my little stir stick and I just dab little bits of the color on my transfer. I'm going to mix these colors together. So I don't want to use a ton of it because once I waste it, it's gone. I'm not gonna be able to put this back in my container like I've done with the other colors. So we'll make his legs black too. Okay. Now we're gonna take some grape soda. Ooh, not on his, just on his tail. Ooh, I almost made his body grape soda. Okay, so now I'm just dotting some grape soda in here. Now I'm going to squeegee this guy pretty carefully when it's time to squeegee, because I don't want to mix these colors where I don't want them. Because we are going to try to... So I would tell you this new tide is more of a green teal than a blue teal. And it's very dark compared to Peacock. Peacock is not dark. Peacock is a very bright, very pretty blue. Tide was one of the colors that we've had in ink, but we haven't had in chalk. And it's always been one of my go-to ink colors because we haven't had it in chalk. And it's really, really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the green, which will be our bright color in the tail. So I'm just dabbing them. Now all this chalk is really too much chalk, and I'm going to end up wasting it. That's okay because we're going to have a beautiful effect. You do have to be careful as you're setting your stir stick in these other colors that you're not then contaminating your color by sticking it in your paste container. So I'm trying to be careful not to touch my stir stick down unless I know it's a spot that there's no chalk, and then I am not super worried about it. Okay. So I think we're good. We are ready. All right, so, and I want to do, I have chalk on my hand. I do not want to get on my, now I haven't squeegeed it yet, so right now I still have a, I can breathe a little bit from a time perspective. We'll come back for the black. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller squeegee. I'm going to start with his body. Okay? And I'm going to need a little bit more. That's Peacock. Okay, so I'm just going to start doing his body. And then I'm going to go straight into our pretty colors, but I do want to be careful around his legs because I want to make his legs black. So his actual, body, we're making Peacock. And now I'm ready to just swirl them together, but again, being careful. I have my wipe all ready to put my color in. Yeah, that's a lot of paste. Way more paste than I need. Get down there. Okay. And then I just need to get up here. Now again, time is not my friend here. So I throw that away because that has a ton of paste on it, and if I move my project into it, I'll have paste everywhere. Check my fingers real quick. Now it's time to just knock out the black, which you can't see, but I have it next to me. I'm just gonna knock out my black real quick. So I'm a huge fan of Hot Mess just because for a first-time chalker or a inexperienced chalker, it really gives you the opportunity to play with some fun colors and do some fun things, but it's not so stressful. Not that it trust me, I don't find chalking stressful because my attitude is it's chalk. It washes off, except if you're on canvas. It doesn't wash off if you're on canvas. I mean, you can kind of wash it, but not like you can a chalkboard. Chalkboards are really forgiving. Enamel is really forgiving. So when you're ready to do your first project, the type of surface you're going to do it on really makes a difference. Okay, just like that, we're going to be done. Checking my fingers, and I'm going to start it in my corner to get it going, get it moving a little bit, and then just pull from my middle. Again, try to pull it straight up and down. And voila! We're absolutely fabulous. Now I do have a little bit of green that I can wash off right here. So it does wash off, but you couldn't wash off your whole project. I do need to dry it before I show it to you. Love the colors. There's a lot of detail in this transfer. This is a really pretty transfer. So I'm just drying it really quickly. It doesn't take very long. Voila. And he's dry. So check out his tail. See how we have all those pretty colors just kind of mixed together to give us that. He's not completely dry, but he's pretty close to dry. And then we have absolutely fabulous in our black. We've got his black legs and there's some really nice detail pieces to this transfer. So that's our absolutely fabulous guy. So then we just pop him into frame. Now I have a blue frame as well, which I forgot to bring in here. That's the color of the Peacock. So I might put him in that one as well. But this is absolutely fabulous. So let me get these out of our way here. So this is a really easy, very stress-free craft. Gives you the opportunity to make things. Your transfers are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again. The company says you can use them 8 to 12 times, but if you take good care of them, and depending on what kind of surface you put them on, you can use them more times than that. But the company says 8 to 12, so that's what we stick with. As I'm throwing paste around now without the lids on, I'm going to have paste everywhere. Now I like the tide, but I have to say it's hard to see the tide. And I really like it on the white because you can see the white. Let me try to show you a part where there's tide. So like right here I can tell that's tide. If you can see the color. It's not a lot of it because the colors are mixed together. But up here you get a little bit of tide mixed in with the green. But it's a really pretty color. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Mr. Tide. Okay, so we've got Miss Absolutely Fabulous and Meet Me in Paris. Actually, we should flip them around. Glad I switched back to Peacock. Yeah, I like the Peacock too. I think the Peacock was a good color choice. So these are our two canvas projects, and they do actually kind of go together. So they could hang very nicely together. So when you're going to chalk, you can chalk on all kinds of different surfaces. You don't have to just chalk on chalkboards. And if you're going to ink, you just don't have to ink on fabric. There are many things that you can use this product with, which is some of the niceness of the versatility of it. I like the white backgrounds, and some of our new surfaces are actually white chalkboards. Why do you care? Well, what's nice about a white chalkboard is you can wash it off over and over again. So that gives you an opportunity to have a chalkboard in your house that doesn't look like a chalkboard, and you can change it seasonally. So it gives you an opportunity to have one piece in your home, play with Chalk Couture often, but change the sign out seasonally. So the white chalkboards are just super fun to me because it totally opens up a whole new realm. The black chalkboards are nice, but a chalkboard has a definite chalkboard look. And if you're not into a chalkboard look in your home, the white chalkboard gives you a completely new option. So really like the new white chalkboards, which are coming in the big boxes tomorrow. Oh my gosh, there's 2 boxes coming tomorrow. Okay, you know, I said in the last one how well behaved I was, and I didn't order that much stuff, and yeah, look at how cute my little box was. Well, yeah, All right, well, that went out the window with my second and third order. So the big boxes are coming tomorrow. So tomorrow night we will unbox, because then you will be able to see the rest of it. And it's a lot of, I ordered all of the new paste colors, all of the new surfaces, so that you could see more about what kind of new stuff is coming out, because there's lots and lots of beautiful new things that are out. But these are our 2 cute little canvases. If you're interested in any of these products or the transfers, where you would go to see them would be, you would go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. This is called Absolutely Fabulous, and this is called Meet Me in Paris. I know, isn't that a creative name? Oh my gosh, it's so creative. Could you use ink or chalk on glass? Linda, that is a fantastic question. You can use both on glass. So, Linda, here's an example. This is a glass lantern. I made these last year at Christmas. I did believe this is chalk. And then I have, you know, the lights inside of here. I did not seal it. I did not heat set it. Because you really have to get it wet for it to go somewhere. It's not going to just go somewhere. You just get it wet unless you rub it. Then it will go somewhere. But yes, you can use it on glass, ceramics, fabric, stainless steel, enamel, galvanized metal. You can really use it on anything. If you want to be able to wash it, so for example, put it in the washing machine or the dishwasher, then you need to heat set it, and it needs to be ink. So ink is permanent, chalk is semi-permanent. And by semi-permanent, they mean, see, look, this is not going anywhere, okay? And I can get it wet. Okay, and it's not going to go anywhere unless I rub it. If I rub it, it will move. But if I just get it wet, what happens is, now, could it go somewhere if it was standing up? Well, yeah, your water's going to run. But it's not, again, my chalk didn't go anywhere. My water ran, but my chalk didn't. I'm hoping you can see that. But if I rub it right now, I'm going to completely erase it. Now, will you see the water lines? Probably. You might want to wipe those off. But if you're going to just, you know, potentially get a little misty, it should be fine. If you rub it, it's going away. But that's why they say semi-permanent. It takes a little effort to get it gone. Now, I could rub this right now and I'm going to wash off my entire board. But, so, see, watch. I'll show you. But still, I have to go back and forth a few times to get it to move. And my rag is wet as well. But this part up here, that as you can see is wet, it's not going anywhere, but it's hydrating my chalk, okay? It's hydrating it, and it will dry again. So basically the chalk soaks up the water, and then it dries, and you're back to it being hard again. And again, then you can spray it and wash it off. So it really is, I don't worry that much about sealing something unless I know it's truly going to be outside in the elements, or it's going to be in a bathroom. Just because of the steam and the mist, you know, the humidity in a bathroom, I would seal a chalkboard that was going in a bathroom. But otherwise, this will just sit here, and I could dry it, and it'll be fine. Or I could leave it alone, and it'll be fine. You know, if it runs, that's okay too. The water's running, but my chalk isn't running. I hope that answers your question. But yes, that's a really big answer for, yes, you can do it on glass. And it doesn't have to be ink unless you want to put it in the dishwasher, or the washing machine. Then you need ink. Pillows, you can chalk on pillows. You can chalk on canvas. You can chalk on all those things. It's just, if you're going to wash it, then it really needs to be ink. So these are our 2 fabulous little projects. I've already told you where you can see them. I've already asked you to please share my video. I always appreciate that when you do that. The next month's Club Couture transfer is about to come out. And Club Couture is a monthly subscription service where for $19.99 a month, you receive a transfer, a B-size transfer, which both of these are B-size transfers. You receive a B-size transfer, and you receive 3 paste packets. And the colors of the paste packets will be dependent on the project. They coordinate with your project. So you get 3 paste packets and a B-size transfer for $19.99 a month, delivered for free. There's no shipping charge. It's truly $19.99 a month. They ship on the 5th of the month. So if you're interested in joining the club for next month, you want to join that soon. We never know what the transfer is going to be. It's always a surprise. And it just kind of comes like magic in the mail. And it's really nice because for 20 bucks a month, you're guaranteed a half an hour of me time. A little crafting, a little solitude, and then you can totally get creative because you can use your transfer more than once and make more than one project, but you're at least guaranteed a half hour of just you time. So Club Couture is how you do that. If you would like information about Club Couture, let me know, or you can go back again to the www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria, and there is a tab that says Club Couture, and it gives you all the information there about joining the club. It is an exclusive club, so the transfer that comes out, you can only get if you're in the club. Nobody else can buy it. I can't buy it. You can't buy it. Nobody can buy it. You got to be in the club. Like for me, I only get one of them, which I tell you sometimes is painful. I need more than one. I'm a hoarder. We've already established that in previous videos. But it is exclusive, and then several times throughout the year they do exclusive sales for club members. Like there's a sale going on right now with the bounce back coupon. So if you spend, I believe it's $100 right now on the website, the www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. Spend $100 on that website and you're a club member. In August, you'll get a coupon for $15 off to do the same thing. So, because in August 1st, the vault is opening. And they're bringing back some retired transfers, which we're very excited about. Very excited. Retired transfers are coming back. Just for a very short period of time. So, there's several sought-after transfers that we can't wait to come back. But I'm rambling. Oh, shocking surprise. Okay, I'm Making Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer. Tomorrow's Monday. We'll be back in full force this week, so I hope you're having an amazing weekend like I did, and I will be talking back at you soon. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic Monday. I'm Making Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer. See ya.